This is the WJTS News. In tonight's news, applications are being accepted for the Strassenfest Junior Miss Pageant. The Crimp Gallery hosts works from a Liberty, Indiana artist. And Zach Gruber continues our series on contestants in the WBDC Country Showdown. In sports, Kurt Guxell talks with Scott Yarborough about Jasper girls tennis. And tonight, WJTS Inform features Faith Schaefer and Braxton Schaefer with the Spencer County Relay for Life. All this and more next on the 18 WJTS News. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. Jasper police arrested two people Wednesday for providing false information to a police officer. 28-year-old Danielle Burton and 27-year-old Angel Luna, both from Jasper, were arrested during an investigation into a possible suspended driver driving from the north side of Jasper to the 1300 block of Dewey Street. In addition to giving false information, Burton was cited for driving while suspended. The Crimp Gallery at the Jasper Arts Center is pleased to present Liberty, Indiana sculptor and art educator Pamela Hignite Deaton for the month of June. Deaton's work has always been heavily influenced by nature and the human figure. She has an affinity for the art of primitive cultures. She feels their imagery is powerful and full of spiritual meaning, which is what she strives for in the sculptures she creates. Meet the artist and listen to a gallery talk during the opening reception at the Crimp Gallery on Friday, June 8th, from 2018, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Cash bar and refreshments will be served. Again, that's Friday, June 8th, starting at 5 o'clock. The Crimp Gallery, located in the Jasper Arts Center, adjacent to the VUJC campus, is open to the public Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. on Thursdays, and Sunday from noon to 3 p.m. For more information, please call the Art Center at 812-482-3070, 482-3070. Applications for the Junior Miss Strassenfest contest are now being accepted through June 15th, 2018. Limited to 20 participants and open to young women entering the 7th and 8th grades as of the 2018-19 school year and who live in the Greater Jasper School District. To download an application form and for more information, visit the Jasper Strassenfest website, which is jasperstrassenfest.org, or contact Darla Blasey, Junior Miss Director, at strassenfestpageants@gmail.com, or you can call 812-630-1311, 630-1311. The mission of the Junior Miss Strassenfest program is to encourage and develop the life skills of young women through community service involvement, public speaking opportunities, interview skills, and personal development. The contest is held in conjunction with the Little Miss, Little Mister, and Miss Strassenfest contest on Saturday, July 28, 2018 at Redemption Christian Church of Jasper, beginning at 7 p.m. Springs Valley and Bank and Trust recently promoted Diana Land to Senior Executive Vice President, in addition to her current role as Senior Vice President of Human Resources and Marketing. Since joining Springs Valley Bank and Trust in 2003, Land has held positions in operations, information technology, human resources, and marketing. Land is a 1995 graduate of Springs Valley High School and has a Bachelor of Science degree in Human Resources Management from Harrison College and a Master's in Marketing from Southern New Hampshire University. Completing the SOAR program, Land is also a member of the Society for Human Resources Management, Women Empowering Women, and IBA Women's Conference Committee member, and a past member of the Rotary Club of Jasper. Land and her husband Chris have 3 children and 5 grandchildren. The Santa Claus Museum and Village is welcoming a new executive director this season. Nell Hedge has joined the team of elves at the museum and looks forward to immersing herself in the history of this jolly town. I've really enjoyed learning about Santa Claus and look forward to getting involved in the community, she says. Hedge, who has a background in tourism and education, has worked with nonprofits for years. She graduated from Indiana University with a BS in tourism management and has experience in education, communications, and community outreach. Nell and her husband Dave have recently relocated to southern Indiana. Pat Cook, president of the Santa Claus Museum and Village Board of Directors and chief elf, feels Hedge is the perfect choice to take over the reins at the museum. Hedge replaces former director Emily Thompson, who wraps up her tenure this week. The Santa Claus Museum and Village is dedicated to the preservation and interpretation of the history of Santa Claus, Indiana, and perpetuates the tradition of Santa's Elves Incorporated by answering letters to Santa. And again tonight, WJTS TV continues our series highlighting contestants in the upcoming WBDC Country Showdown. WJTS TV reporter Zach Ruber introduces you to more performers who will be competing next week.
Today, as we take a look at the contestants for the 37th annual WBDC Country Showdown, we will take a gander at a returning face and a new contender to the WBDC Country Showdown stage. First, we'll take a look at a new face to the WBDC Country Showdown.
My name is Anthony Patrick. I'm 25 years old and I'm from Cloverdale, Indiana.
Anthony, or Tony, isn't a foreigner to the stage of performances, performing in the Midwest Fur Fest variety show in 2015. Tony started playing music because he felt like it was an action he can achieve due to the fact that he is visually impaired.
So music for me has always been something that I felt that I could do being visually impaired. I wasn't really into sports, things like that. So music was just always a part of my life. My grandparents and my parents listened to music all the time. My father played guitar, so music was just a natural part of my everyday environment.
A fan of country music for as long as he can remember, he finds a liking in the stars of Reba McEntire, Brad Paisley, and Keith Urban.
My favorite musician and artist would definitely be Reba McEntire, and the reason behind it is, as rumor has it, I actually came out singing. My mother listened to, coincidentally enough, Reba McEntire had nearly every album she ever had, and she would listen to them when she was pregnant with me. And like I said, as rumor has it, I came out singing, and so before I could talk, I actually knew a lot of her music. I always felt drawn to her story, the fact that she had to struggle to get where she was, and she didn't let that get the best of her. She actually kept going and going until she eventually made it as a singer. And then the fact that she always stayed grounded in her faith and kept family first. So she's just always been an inspiration to me and what I would strive to be. My favorite guitarist, I would say, would be a tie between Keith Urban and Brad Paisley. Picking up guitar about 10 years ago, I looked to inspiration and I tried to learn as much as I could, and being blind, chord tabs, things like that were just not going to work for me. And I found that Brad Paisley and Keith Urban helped me not only to learn chords by listening to their music, but helped me with learning leads, so to diversify myself.
Tony has many supporters in his life, but the ones that have been with him from the beginning have been his mother and his sister.
I definitely always draw inspiration from my mother and my sister. They both they're hardworking people. They are willing to give the shirt off your back, and they just they brought me up and installed in me at an early age to always pay it forward and to always help somebody if you can, and to always live every day to the best of your ability.
Tony plans on winning over the judges in this year's Country Showdown with plenty of original tunes.
The first song that I actually have is called Beautiful View, which is a song that was just written about 2 months ago, actually. And I came up with the idea, and I wish that all songs were written in 15 minutes. But this song, I wrote it because being blind, I love going sightseeing, and I love just going to different places, exploring new things. But my fiance of 5 years, I found that, if she wasn't around, then it just wasn't the same. And so the song is talking about how it doesn't matter where I am. If I'm with her, there's going to be a beautiful view. But if I'm not with her, then there's not. And the second song was coincidentally wrote for my fiance when I wanted to propose to her a few years back. And the song is called I Love You. It sounds a bit cliche, but I'm sure that a lot of people can relate to it. I tried not to make it sound too sappy, and I wanted it to be upbeat a little bit. and I wanted it to be sort of a song that people can hear on the radio, but always connect with an intimate relationship.
Tony says if he wins the Country Showdown, he will put the grand prize money towards his debut album.
So, first of all, it would be phenomenal to win the $1,000. I mean, you know, these competitions, I always go in just having fun and just looking to meet the people and enjoying the crowd. But if I were to be blessed enough to win, then the $1,000 would definitely go towards my first album, which is in the works at this point in time, which has been in the works for about a year. And so the money would go toward studio time and pressing of the records.
The next person who we will look at today is someone who has competed in the Country Showdown before, but has been missing for a few years as she completed her first studio album.
I'm Bethany Yateman. I'm from Evansville, Indiana, and I'm 23 years old.
Bethany Yateman competed 3 years ago in the WBDC Country Showdown under the guise of Bethany Official. Bethany's introduction to music began around the age of 6 when she started playing piano.
That it was the first thing I really enjoyed doing, and then I just kept up with it, you know, picked up the piano, couldn't really carry that anywhere, so I picked up the guitar and continued with that. The rest is history.
Bethany finds musical inspiration across the world of music, with pop star and American Idol winner Kelly Clarkson being embedded in Bethany's childhood roots, and Noah Gunderson bringing inspiration to her folk sound.
It's always been Kelly Clarkson, and I know she's super mainstream now, but little 8th grade me loved her to death, and she was the first person I ever tried to mimic, and so I guess that just kind of stuck. She's always been that person for me. Noah Gunderson is my absolute favorite. He is a folk singer. His music is very grounded and down to earth and very raw, and I really found inspiration in that because his words just cut through.
Bethany says for the Country Showdown, she will play an original, one that a music video has been released for, and a southern take on an iconic pop song.
The first song I'm going to sing is called Whiskey Trenches. It's by me, it's an original. And I'm going to sing that one just because it was one of the first ones I wrote for this last CD that I had, and it's probably one of my favorites. And then the second one I'm going to sing is called You and I. And it was originally, I believe, by Lady Gaga, but a girl recently on The Voice covered it, and I liked her version better. And so I'm going to try to do it with a more country sound.
If Bethany Yateman is to win the 37th annual WBDC Country Showdown, she will put it towards her music career.
Other than student loan debt, I'll probably put it towards my music still. I just released a CD. I'm still, you know, kind of building off of that, trying to pay that off, and so I'll throw it back towards the music and make some more.
Way back home, boys in the trenches of the woods, tattered, beaten, shattered to the core. Mama, like a soldier, I am strong, and today I'm proud to say my war is won.
Will Tony Patrick or Bethany Yateman win the WBDC Country Showdown? Find out June 7th at the Jasper Arts Center as WBDC takes the stage for the 37th annual WBDC Country Showdown. Tickets are on sale now. Join us tomorrow as we take a look at more contestants for this year's WBDC Country Showdown, right here on 18 WJTS.
Thank you, Zach. Advance tickets for the showdown coming next Thursday, June 6th at the Jasper Art Center are still available at our studios here in Jasper. Tickets are $5 in advance, $8 at the door. And while we're on the subject of music, the Ferdinand Folk Festival is launching its 4th annual Singer-Songwriter Contest. Submissions for the contest will be accepted beginning this Friday, June 1st, until July 1st. The winners will be featured in a performing showcase at the St. Benedict's Brewworks Theater on Sunday, August 19th. And at the September 15th festival, they will earn an opening spot on one of the 2 performance stages, along with being recognized in festival marketing. Chairman of the Friendly Competition, Rock Emmert, says people of all ages from the community and region are encouraged to create original songs from their own life experiences. There will again be 2 divisions, class of 2018 and younger, and 18 and older. Each entrant may submit up to 3 songs, with each song being no more than 5 minutes in length. All submissions are due by July 1st and must be submitted online at FerdinandFolkFestival.com, FerdinandFolkFestival.com, all one word. The showcase performers will be announced later in July. Additional information and guidelines can also be found online. For inquiries, call 812-631-2856. That is 812-631-2856, or email rockimmert@gmail.com. Please stay tuned. Weather, sports, and inform featuring folks from the Spencer County Relay for Life are still to come on 18 WJTS News.